Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with this week's Hot Topics. I'll try to do every week. It just depends on what the topic is giving, y'all. We got to see what's going on in the news. But I'm here to y'all this week. Definitely want to get into some things. First and foremost, though, I absolutely want to send my condolences to all that were affected by the incident in Nashville. Families, loved ones, friends, whomever was affected by this, my heart goes out to you. I don't want this to quickly be forgotten, and I absolutely want to acknowledge you. So, definitely sending my condolences to anyone in Nashville, not just Nashville, anywhere that has been affected by a similar situation. My condolences for sure. With that being said, I've gotten requests by some of my subscribers to talk about this week's hot topics. So if y'all ask me for it, I'm going to give it to y'all because y'all my family. And shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to you. I'm over 400 subscribers. Yay. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So if you're new here or if you're not, either way, definitely if you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers like ASAP, like yesterday. So be sure to check out my other content, like the videos, comment, and most importantly, hit the subscribe. It will help me out a lot. And I'm going to talk about Eva Marcille's divorce. Queen's Court, I don't have too much to say about that because I did a review already, but I do have something in particular I want to touch on. And Joi and Clifton, they are from Ready to Love as well as Love and Marriage DC. But y'all know I got to start with Eva Marcille, honey, because the news just broke yesterday that she filed for divorce. I did post this on my community tab. And someone requested that I speak about it because I said I was not all that shocked nor surprised that she filed for divorce. So I'm just going to give my opinion. This is my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. Like, there's nothing factual behind it. It's just what I observe and my feelings. And if I'm wrong, I will own it, okay? So it came out. She filed for divorce after almost 5 years of marriage. They've been together for 8.5 years. We know he adopted her daughter, her oldest daughter she has with Kevin McCall, and they have 2 other children together as well. So they are a blended family. And just shameless plug, I just thought of this. I do have an Instagram page I've had for a while. It's Black Blended Families _. So check it out if you haven't already. So, but yes, given very much beautiful blended situation. Love to see it. Seemed like a happy family. But after she filed, she came out with a statement saying, she wasn't expecting this, but she filed. It said it's irretrievably broken. So seems like there's no reconciliation going on her end. He came out with a statement exclusively to the Jasmine brand this morning, I believe, saying he gonna get his wife back. Like, it ain't over till it's over. He's trying to get his wife back. He don't want to let her go. There's lots of speculation going on. We don't know. We don't know what happened. We don't know what caused this. I saw someone say we can't just assume he cheated. That, that's the first go-to. We don't know. But the reason why I personally was not all that surprised, though I was rooting for them. I love a family. I never want to see a marriage fail. This news is all the way around unfortunate and sad, especially because children are involved. But I just didn't, they gave me opposites attract. Like, I didn't, and I'm just going, that's just my first impression. I don't know them behind closed doors. Now, she's a model, but she's also like, she speaks on like, smoking MJ and kind of being a free spirit, where he's like more corporate. He's a lawyer, like button up, button down. So I don't know. Now, they did say they have a lot of similar interests behind closed doors, and that's why we can't just speculate because we don't really know. But I didn't feel a lot of chemistry when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, I like their family and all that, but it didn't scream like passion or tons of chemistry. He kind of gave like he was the safe choice. She's beautiful. It just made sense. Like, he was the right man, like not what I want, but what I need type of situation. That's kind of what I was getting from them. Like, he just made sense. He was good with her daughter. Like, he was just all around good guy. We don't have to know much about him to know that he's a good guy because he adopted her daughter. It's one thing. Being a step parent in itself is already like hats off to all the step parents out there. That is a job that just never gets enough credit because you are stepping in, loving a child. That's not yours, but having to love them like they're yours. But to flat out just adopt a child, no, that's a lot. That is like, that deserves an applause. Okay, that's a lot. That's a big responsibility to fill, because in this situation, when she files for divorce, now she can get child support, things of that nature. So that comes with it because he is her child. Legally, he is her child. But a lot of people were surprised. More people surprised than not. And y'all let me know in the comments why y'all were surprised. Like, what caught you off guard about it? I know we don't really hear about them. They're not all in the news. There's not a lot of mess going on with these two. So I don't know if it's something in the Atlanta water, something going on in these Atlanta streets. Because first it was Drew Sidor. We know Cynthia got divorced. Some people feel like maybe she's just filing to get back on the show. I don't feel that she needs that. She doesn't need to be on the show. She has her own show on BET, The Queen's Men, where she plays Madam. So it's not, we know Eva, like she's not, I don't think she's in dire need of going back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I did feel, I wouldn't mind seeing like a spinoff situation of divorced wives. Cause we got all the housewives ain't really wives half the time. I want to see all the divorced, newly single wives have their own separate show. Like, they're dating, they're, just with the girls, they're with their kids, just living a single life, newly single life, without attached to any husband. Like, just them and their story, and take the husbands out of it. Because Real Housewives of Atlanta and all the other ones, they used to majority be housewives. Like, we kind of gotten away from that. Now, Bravo, if y'all take that idea, I want in on it, okay? I need a job. But y'all let me know what y'all are thinking about that. It's absolutely sad. I love that he came out and said, I'm fighting for my wife. We don't know what's going on, so I could say, like, I hope that they work it out, but we don't know the details. I don't want a marriage or a family to break up. And since he wants to fight for it, I do, in the bottom of my heart, hope that it works out, especially with the children involved. A lot of people have negative things to say about her changing her daughter's last name to his. He adopted her child. That it's not her daughter at this point. It's their daughter. That is his daughter. He adopted. And we know, because some people said, well, how's she going to change the child's last name to his when her father's still alive? Marjorie Harvey did it. Steve Harvey did it. Lori Harvey is not Steve Harvey's child, but she's walking around and she's Lori Harvey. So it happens all the time. That's what happens when y'all think y'all know people. See, we don't know what's going on with their biological fathers. We don't know anything. So while we know that he adopted her, so she is his daughter, so she should have his last name, just like her two siblings. So it just makes sense. That doesn't take away, I'm sure she can still have a relationship with her biological father as well. But if they're unable to reconcile, I hope they're able to amicably co-parent and hopefully have a friendship at the end of this. It's not easy. There's just a lot of divorce going on. I hear more about divorces and I hear about people getting married, and it's, causing people to lose hope out here. And I don't want that to happen. I want some people to stay together, work things out. If they can, if it's not too toxic and it can be worked on, I hope y'all can work on it. Like when Drew filed and Ralph filed, I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. These two, it hit a little different. But all of them have families, children involved, other people involved. And so, all the best. All the best. Let me know how y'all feeling about this. I did have a special request to discuss Queen's Court. I already did a review on Queen's Court, like I said. So check that out if you haven't already. I'm not the biggest Evelyn Lozada fan, but I am, I'm happy for her and Tamar. We already knew the end before we even saw the beginning. We know they got engaged. So I'm glad that both of them are engaged. I hope they're planning their wedding. And I hope these relationships work out. Because we need to see some love. We need some hope out here. We need some couples to root for, okay? So happy for them. But I'm even happier for Nivea. Because we know at the end, she didn't choose a man. She chose herself. And so I wanted to touch on that a little bit. Nivea didn't choose anybody. She didn't settle. She knew those guys weren't for her. She said, you know what? I don't even need to date right now. I need to focus on me. And that's the place I'm at in my life right now, personally, where, I got a long term relationship, there's skills involved, the whole nine. And now I'm feeling like, you know what? I need to take a breather and like cleanse from dating. Like the dating pool is filthy. It gives me the ick. So I'm taking a break so I can focus on getting myself right. So there's a lot of women now. Marriage used to be, that was the goal. We cared more about getting married than we cared about building careers, getting degrees, getting a house, all of that. That was the end goal. And that still is a goal. That's still a goal for me. I'm sure it's still a goal for a lot of people, a lot of women especially. But we're not settling just to get it, just for the sake of being married, just for the sake of having a man. We're not settling like, okay, if this isn't what I want completely, this doesn't make my life better, I don't have to settle for it. Like, oh no, I don't have to take this. I'd rather be alone and then end up being with the right person than settling with the wrong person just for the sake of being married. And so I'm wondering what that turnaround is. We know women, especially black women especially, are thriving career-wise, degree-wise, business-wise, entrepreneurship, all of these things. We don't like that strong black woman trope. A lot of us, we don't, single mothers, we don't want to be just identified as that. Like, we're so much more, but we're not settling. And so I'm wondering, like, what's going on the upswing of these women saying, listen, I choose me. Even on Ready to Love, there's been instances where it's like, I'm not walking away with you. I'm choosing me. On these dating shows, I'm choosing me. So the women are screaming, I'm choosing me. Like, I don't need to just be with you just to say I have someone. I'm choosing myself. I really did appreciate seeing that. I want to see more of it. I hope, younger women look at that and get inspired by it. I love love. I always will. But don't be out here just taking any old thing just for the sake of having somebody. Like, now I don't want people to get confused and get it twisted and think relationships are going to be like a cakewalk and it should be easy all the time. You have to put in work to make it work. But don't tolerate like bad, things that shouldn't be tolerable just for the sake of having someone. Choose yourself. If you don't love yourself, the person you're with is not going to love nor respect you. So I definitely appreciated that. Y'all let me know how y'all felt about Nivea saying no when it came time to make a decision. Like, no to both of them. I don't want neither one of y'all. I want myself. Last but not least, we have Joi and Clifton. As I said, they met them Ready to Love. They got engaged. They're on Love and Marriage DC. I haven't been keeping up with Love and Marriage DC this season because last season didn't do it for me. And so I really didn't have much interest in watching this season. I heard the season was much better. So check it out. Don't go off of me. Watch it and get your own opinion about it. But it came out that they're already married. I guess their storyline is, should we have a wedding, a big wedding, or should we have like something small and intimate? Joi wanted something intimate. Clifton wanted a large wedding. And it's like all this back and forth when the whole time y'all already married anyway. So a lot of fans are feeling like, hey, they, pretty much like kept us in the dark. They deceived us with their storyline and reference Robin and Juan Dixon and saying that there's a similarity there. I don't think that, like I said, I haven't been keeping up with it. I don't think that's a similar situation because Robin was, trying to, what she was trying to hide was on a whole nother scale. I think they just wanted to keep their personal business. And yeah, they may have needed a storyline. This is their first season being on a new show. They need something to talk about. But, the fans are feeling deceived. And it's just like with this reality thing again. I talked about this last Hot Topics. Why, how are you going to be on a reality show not showing your reality? Where's reality shows going if none of the storylines are truth? If there's nothing factual about any of the stories, why are we watching? Just be a scripted show. What's the point of being a reality show when you're not telling the truth? Now, I understand, people feeling deceived because why are you sitting up here contemplating when you already made your decision? But I understand wanting to have some things just sacred and to yourself. But they could have come out and said, we decided to do the intimate route and that's it. That's all, mind your business. Respect our privacy. They did not. Now I am happy they actually got married. I know Ready to Love gonna milk this because it's their first actually married couple. So we got a real, bona fide married couple from Ready to Love now. Y'all can't tell them nothing. But let me know how y'all are feeling. Do you think it's fair that they should they be on the next season if there's a next season after because they didn't share their full reality? Is it okay? Is that setting the tone now? Because now everybody on all these shows feel like they can just make up something and get away with it. Y'all let me know what y'all are thinking. How are you feeling about this week's hot topics? Be sure to comment. Check out my TV show reviews. Like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.